Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Money Chat with Abset. Today I am here to ask you a very difficult question. Today is about me questioning you and you doing a lot of thinking. Because a lot of us keep making the same excuses. I don't have enough money. My money is too small. My expenses is more than my income. So how am I supposed to save? How am I supposed to invest? We keep giving the same excuses. But truly, what exactly are you doing to improve your finances? What exactly are you doing to increase your income level? But before we go to the point where I ask you those difficult questions, my name is Afsat and you're welcome to Money Chat with Afsat. Before we proceed, make sure to subscribe to my channel and turn on your notification button. So the thing I realize is a lot of us are too scared of doing the things that is actually going to bring us closer to living the kind of life that we want to live. We are too afraid of applying for that role because we feel like we don't have that level of experience. We are too afraid of leaving our comfort zone because you are afraid of the unknown. You cannot leave the job, you cannot complain, you cannot move to the next phase because you are too afraid of taking that leap. But if you don't take that leap now, how then do you intend to improve your finances? I'm saying this from the angle of people that have been in the same, shall I say, job for let's say 3 years, 4 years, the same title, the same rank, the same everything with even less than 50,000 naira increase in salary. Why are you still there? What's your plan for yourself? What are your intentions? And I'll start by asking you this very difficult question. If the worst thing should happen now, what skill do you have to back on? What skill do you have to sustain you? What can you do to sustain you? This is a rather provoking question, and I need you to be able to answer this question. For instance, if, shall I say, the worst case scenario should happen if the worst case should happen, I will bank on teaching. I think teaching is something that I can do very well. I love teaching accounting. It's something I've always done from my level 1 down to my final level. And it's something I had always banged on, something I've always hold on to. And it has increased my confidence and courage to take some risky financial decisions that I felt were going to bring me closer to attaining my goal. For instance, there was a time where I had to make the decision between resigning at a job that I wasn't really enjoying and going back to do my coursework program, even when I knew I really couldn't afford it. And the only thing that gave me the courage to make that decision was the fact that, worst case scenario, I'll call students, I'll gather students, I'll tutor them accounting, and I'll get paid for it. And that was exactly what I did, to be very honest. I tutored students, I tutored even master students, and that was literally how I survived that period. But because if I had not believed in my ability, should I say, to teach or to tutor, if where need be, then I literally would have stuck to that job and not go further. And currently at this period, I have, shall I say, I've equipped myself with, shall I say, more skills, more ability to take on more decisions that will bring me closer to achieving my goal. For instance, now, if the worst case should happen, I can still tutor. I write content, I write articles. And the best part is I'm beginning to see clients that will need to pay me to write articles for them. I am going to make more videos, more of this. I'm going to do more of this. I'm going to coach people. I'm going to mentor people. In fact, I'm an academic mentor too. So I feel like I have, shall I say, I'm building a portfolio of skills that I can bank on. Why? Because I've made myself, or shall I say, I've promised to make myself someone that has options. I'm not going to be a slave to a situation, a person, an organization, or the likes, having to be stuck in one place because that's the only option. No, there has to be another option. There has to be an alternative. And I intend to keep equipping myself to be someone that has options. They need to be an option. And it's up to you to actually, shall I say, create those options for yourself. You can't stay stuck in one place and expecting your income to increase. You can't stay stuck doing the same thing every time and thinking, oh, they are going to increase your salary, or they'll promote you next year, they'll promote you next 2 years. That's the mentality you've been holding on to, and you're literally still at that place that you are. I don't want to call names, but there are some people I am literally talking to right now, and I hope the CDs and it encourages them to take the next leap. I'm not asking you to, shall I say, quit your job when you don't have a plan in place. I am asking you to start equipping yourself with the skills, with the traits that you need to increase your finances. You might still be in your current position, but then you have a target, shall I say, career path that you want to go to. There is this program you're interested in. If it's a tech role that you're interested in, enroll for a course, enroll for a program, give yourself timeline, give yourself a, shall I say, a target. And speaking of timeline, literally, before I left my previous place of work, I kind of like set myself a timeline. I told myself, after whether you get a next offer or not, you are leaving on a particular date. I was intentional then. I was deliberate. Like, I just felt like after this is your time to move out of your comfort zone. Besides, you're not getting the results you were expecting where you are currently. You're beginning to feel exhausted, tired, stressed out. And I was like, you need to leave. And to be very honest, I was ready to make that, shall I say, risky move. Like, I'd rather be at home sleeping, but I know I was going to even do something. But I was like ready to, shall I make that move. I'm not asking you to do that, because if a new job didn't click at that point, I was ready to gamble it. I'm not asking you to make that gamble, but I'm asking you to be prepared enough to probably make that gamble if need be. But fortunately for me, before the day that I was supposed to turn in my resignation, I got an offer. And I'm telling you, that same day, I already had my resignation letter composed. And I sent it because I had to give, shall I say, a 1 week notice or so. But I knew that I can't continue here. I can't continue in a place whereby there are people that have stayed 10 years in the same role, in the same rank, in the same title, with barely 100,000 naira increase in salary throughout that period. It doesn't make sense. I can see from the environment that, no, I don't think there's a future here. And most of us deep down, wherever we are, we know if, shall I say, there is no future in that particular place. But we keep giving ourselves, I don't know, lies and stuff because we are too afraid. Or you feel the labor market is crowded, is congested, there is no space. But do you also know that that same labor market that is full, there are people that are getting jobs that are paying them millions, thousands. The same way it's so difficult to jackpot, there are a lot of people that are jackpotting every single day. Did you try to count yourself among the next set of people that are going to probably jackpot, change job, start a business and all of that? There is a chance that that thing is going to happen. So why not you take a chance? Especially if you're a youngster like myself. What are you afraid of? What responsibilities do you have? You have responsibility, I get it. But there are responsibility that can still be manageable at this point. Especially if you've not given birth to, let's say, 2 kids or 3 kids, if you're not yet married and all of that, you can still do a lot of things. You still have things within your control. You can wake up tomorrow and say, okay, I want to move to Abuja and I want to go and hustle in Abuja. But the first thing you start calculating is, I don't have a place to stay, how many months before I get a job and all of that. We are too afraid. And why we are afraid is because we probably don't have a backup plan. We don't have something else that we are going to go up to if need be. When you're out of job, what are you going to do? If something should happen today, how are you going to survive? Because you don't have answer to these questions, or because the answer to this question are not tangible and not reliable, you stay stuck. And if you are stuck in the same place doing the same thing, my dear, how is your income going to increase? And that's why I'm here today. How is your income going to increase? Now, let's keep job aside. Let's talk about business. A lot of us have this business idea that we want to implement. I, for instance, prior to now, I used to have this business venture I wanted to do. I enrolled for a data entry academy, After about 2 months, I acquired some skills, but I was too, should I say, I lacked the confidence to go outside and look for customers and pitch to them and get a job. I was still afraid of doing all of that. I was like, okay, I still have a work. I still have a work. I am busy. I don't have time. I only have time on Sundays and all of that. I gave myself series of excuses and I never got to do that. I only got, should I say, about 2 customers that I was maintaining and all of that. I was giving myself so many excuses. But if I could change back the answer of time, I would have done that. I should have done that. In fact, I still ask myself after, why didn't you do this when you had the opportunity, when you had more time to do that? But we all have business ideas and we are yet to implement it. Some of us are yet to implement it. And currently, I told myself, like, my mantra this year is to do more doing, less talking. And in fact, the next business idea that comes to mind, I am going to implement it. Right now, I sell dates, I sell tiger nut. I never thought of it. I never thought of it. I never said myself, it was something I never thought of. But I was having a conversation with a group of friends and the idea clicked. I was like, okay, do it. There's no harm in trying. And I'm trying it, and this is probably my third, or should I say fourth month? Okay, my second or third month doing it. And I am making tiny progress. I am even happy at myself to have made this move or to be making this move. I feel more excited. I feel I am beginning to expose myself to the world of doing businesses or to the idea of generating income. In fact, the idea of having other sources of income. And it's more relieving. You know that, okay, I have this, now I have this, now I have that. It's the amount is beginning to feel, shall I say, sustainable, it's beginning to feel tangible. I'm beginning to, for instance, now I got paid to write an article recently, and I took that amount and more from my savings and decided to enroll for a course. If I didn't have that extra source of income, I probably wouldn't have been able to, shall I say, afford for that course now. I'll have to wait, let's say, few more weeks or months to be able to enroll for something like that. So what is stopping you from implementing that idea? Doesn't the thought of having other income exciting to you? That possibility of earning more, having more to do, should excite you more, should draw you closer to taking that bold step. I think the thought of having more money should be more, shall I say, more pushing, should be able to push you more to do those things. Because I wonder why, there's a possibility of earning that money, but the impossibility of that happening is what is only. Why do you choose to be pessimistic? Why do you choose to rubbish your idea in your head and tell yourself, oh, it might not work, or this person is already in that line of business, oh, the market is too small, or the market is concentrated? For instance, now Upwork is a freelance platform. A lot of people are on Upwork. Millions of people are on Upwork. I had the opportunity to be on Upwork, but I kept telling myself, oh, will they see me? I'm just new, this, that. Funny enough, I did not even give myself the time to build something on Upwork or to take more chances and see. I did not, funny enough, and I feel bad that I did not do that. But there are a lot of people, even till today, there are people that still go on Upwork and they're making it on Upwork. There are people that are getting international gigs on LinkedIn. There are people that are doing all of these things that they do it, and then you ask yourself, why not you? Because you did not expose yourself to them, because you did not take that chance, or because you've limited yourself. In fact, there was a friend of mine that was job hunting, and he had shall I say, an employment tracker that he was using there. He will apply to nothing less than 5 jobs every day. He did that thing for over a month. He kept trying. He got many rejections, many no's, and all of that. But at the end of the day, this guy got a gig with an Indian company, if I'm not mistaken. He got it, and I was like, wow, how did you do that? He was determined, and he made sure he kept working towards that thing, and he got it. So the thing is, whether you accept it or not, there is money out there. And it's about time you go and get your own part of it. Go for your own share. It will not finish. That's the best part. It's not going to finish. I personally, I am not where I want to be yet, but I think I feel I am making progress. I feel I am taking the needed step towards that direction. There are days that I'll sit down and I'll feel like, okay, I feel like nothing is working. But then the next day I'll try and encourage myself to keep at it, to keep doing it. I write articles, nobody read it. I upload videos, I get less than 50 views, less than 100 views at times. I will keep reposting and reposting, sharing and all of that. I am being persistent. I'm like, okay, it's working for this person, it's going to work for me. I don't benchmark myself with people that it isn't working for. I benchmark myself with people that it is working for. For instance, now, if you're not on LinkedIn, you should be on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a very intimidating space. You become a chartered accountant at, let's say, 23, and then you go on LinkedIn and see somebody become a chartered accountant at 19 to make you feel stupid. To make you feel like you've not done anything in this life. And you'll be like, I thought I was you are not the youngest. You are not the youngest. There is somebody that is 18. There is somebody that is 19. So you're achieving something somebody else have done times 2 of that, times 3 of that. And it's up to you to try to not make that their success bring you down, or make you begin to feel like you're not doing good or you're not good enough and all of that. Rather, it should encourage you. And there are times whereby I will read a post finish and I'll be like, I better get out. But then I'll be like, after that's not where it's supposed to go. I'll go back, look at it, and you know what? It's good. And I will tell myself, smile, you should be happy for this person. And then I will like it and even drop a comment. And I'll be like, your own turn, we come. But that's if you work for it. So I've tried and ensured that I don't get intimidated by their achievement or their successes, but rather I should see it as the possibility for me to also do that thing that I want to do and the like. So it's about time you go out of your comfort zone if need be. I took that chance. I took that step. And I'm glad I did. Because it got to a point whereby I asked myself, Afset, you said you are afraid of going to Lagos. Because of that, you had to find a job in Kano. Now you've been at that place, shall I say, for over a year. What did you gain from it? Now this is a new year again. You want to do the same thing. Do you think it is going to be better than the previous year? I had to ask myself those honest questions, and I was like, I think I'd rather take a chance and go somewhere else, so that even if it doesn't work out, I'll be like, you did your best. I'll be like, okay, you made that choice. You decided, and this is it. But if I had stayed and not do something differently, and the result turned out to be the same, I will feel more bad. I will feel less, should I say, happy about the situation. So it's about time we start doing all of those things that will bring us closer to the money bag that we want to be. It's going to take a time, it's going to take a while, but you have to start that journey now. You have to make that decision. You have to sit down. You have to ask yourself, do you like this role? Do you like this business? Do you want to try this? Should you want to enroll for that course? You have to do it. Because at the end of the day, we are going to be the one sulking when other people are, shall I say, exciting, jubilating. The same way we are all broke, it's the same way we are all still surviving, and then there are people that are still making money. People are going for vacations, people are jackpot, people are doing a lot of things, and we all still tell ourselves that there is no money, there is no money, there is no money. But people are doing it, and it makes me ask myself, what are they doing differently? In fact, there's a friend of mine recently that spoke to me, and we're talking about having a house and all of that. And this guy just sent me a document. I'm like, Otirale, Otirale, not really Otirale, okay, Otirale. And I'm like, how did you do this? You did not tell me now. I thought we were both broke. And then I'm like, I'm not sure. But I'm like, okay, you're trying. It's making me want to buckle up and okay, you can do better, you can do better, you can do better, you can do this, you can own this. In fact, when I see some of my friends doing something, it makes me realize that I feel do and be that. Yes, I can do it. You have done it, I will do my own too. I can even do it. So it encourages me, it makes me know that it's not impossible to be done and all of that. So this is not me trying to, I don't know, bobo you or motivate you or all of that, but actually they are the truth. I am after you improving your finances. I'm after you making more money because I need you to be there for me when I need you to, when I'm having a occasion, an event, when it's time for celebration. I need you to bring dollar and pounds and come and spray me. That's the goal. I can't be the only one going for vacation. Please, let's go for that vacation together. Let's go for group vacations together and all of that. So try to do better with your cycle, with your friends, with relatives and all of that. You guys should sit down, talk to yourself, and go over and beyond your current position so that you can get closer to attaining your financial goals. So once again, I'm going to ask you that question. If though you find yourself in the worst case situation, what skill will you bank on? What skill will increase your ability to take on more financial risk? We are afraid of taking risk, but when we have something to hold on to, when we have like a backup plan, when we have like a skill, a tangible, valuable skill, will feel more confident to take on more financial risk, more risk that will bring us closer to, because you have to forfeit something, you have to sacrifice something to get somewhere else. So if you are ready to take that chance of leaving your comfort zone, quitting, or doing something differently because of a small possibility of you increasing your income, then equip yourself with the skill needed for you to build that confidence to do that. Thanks for sticking with me to the end. I hope you find this session, I don't know, thought-provoking, and I hope you do hold it with two hands and make more meaning out of it. Thank you very much for sticking to my channel. Make sure to subscribe and turn on your notification button.